everyone, welcome back to ECS Simulation. My name is Alex, and for this video I'm doing another detailed weather forecast update coming your way for Australia for the 16th of December, Monday the 16th of December 2024. I've got a lot to talk about today, mainly Queensland and WA, but also parts of the Northern Territory. We've got a tropical low expected to spin up sometime this week over the Cape York Peninsula. I've got heavy bands of rain and storms expected from this low pressure system you can see building over here. Heavy rain has already occurred around the Hervey Bay, Sunshine Coast area, Agnes Water, Bundaberg. It was quite wet yesterday, I can tell you. Today's going to be very similar. There's going to be a lot of showers and light thunderstorms in the area. But I'll get to that in just a second. I've also got severe thunderstorms that may develop in WA later on to this week. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for all the support. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. All support helps, and I really do appreciate it. But let's get stuck straight into Queensland, where last night we had some very heavy rain in some areas, Sunshine Coast, up to, if not 50 to 100 millimeters along the coast, if even more. Very heavy rain in some areas did occur. That's from those continuous bands of showers and rain occurring on the coast, slashing on the coast from this low pressure system, which is not a tropical low necessarily, but it's not classified as a tropical low. It's not going to strengthen in any way. But it looks like we're going to see thunderstorms continue to develop around the Mackay, West Hill sort of area later on this afternoon, about 3 p.m. Happy holidays, by the way, for Queenslanders. Taroom, you can see in inland areas, you can see thunderstorms are possible. Not severe ones, just some stock standard thunderstorm stuff. What looks like a bit of a wet wild card on Tuesday midnight. You can just see how much rain's expected for Gladstone area. Also towards the North Brisbane, looks like we might see a bit of a rain bomb develop or something. But yeah, extending from Bundaberg all the way up to Rockhampton. Tuesday night, about 2, 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., you can see just rain continuously going on. It's going to be very wet, definitely a few hundred mils. Before what looks like during the day, we have a bit of a thunderstorm outbreak inland. You can just see at 4 p.m. a whole bunch of thunderstorms looks like will develop. A bit of a thunderstorm outbreak, not expected to be severe, but there is this odd chance of some severe cells going severe wound here and there for heavy rainfall mainly, and large hailstones and damaging winds. Going to Wednesday in the morning, you can see those showers and thunderstorms will continue going towards Gladstone, just showers really. North towards Mackay, same thing, just light showers and maybe the odd storm here and there. It's not going to be too crazy. You can see it looks like Gladstone will be very wet before what looks like a severe thunderstorm outbreak. Like a normal outbreak, stock standard thunderstorm outbreak in southeast Queensland. You can see it materializes on Wednesday. Looks like there is a slight chance of severe thunderstorms around the Kingaroy, outside Chinchilla, Toowoomba, Gold Coast. There is a slight chance of severe cells that go severe warned, mainly for heavy rain, large hailstones. But I wouldn't really think there would be any severe ones. It's just going to be some stock standard thunderstorm stuff in the afternoon. But there is the risk of some moderate to heavy rain as well. Going to Thursday, looks like the rain and storms will continue inland from Mackay near Glendon, Claremont, that sort of area. It'll just keep raining and storming, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. It's heading close towards the North Queenslandish sort of area. You can just see those showers along the coast near West Hill, Ogmore will just keep continuing throughout Saturday. However, in southeast Queensland, it'll be totally boring after that. There's nothing in the way of rain, really. It looks like on Tuesday we'll have a bit of a reprieve. That big low pressure system will move away. Looks like a thunderstorm outbreak inland as well around Longreach sort of area on Wednesday. In the evening. However, this is like about 10 days or so into the future, so this is getting a little bit unreliable. We'll talk about that in a future forecast video. But if we take a look at the rain accumulations, they're going to be very high indeed. Not very high, but quite high, especially around the Gladstone area. This could be the first time we could see some proper rain this whole year, basically. I can see reaching up towards Bowen, Mackay. You can see a rain well in excess of 350 millimeters outside of Bowen. That sort of Airlie Beach or air sort of area. You can see air actually about 200 millimeters. Bowen expecting about 200. Mackay, West Hill about 150 to 200 millimeters. So quite wet indeed. Inland towards Charters Towers about sort of that 100 200 millimeters mark, so it's quite wet indeed, which is some very healthy rain indeed there. And this rain here along the coast, mainly from thunderstorms, we'll see throughout the week, and the showers that are coming on shore from that tropical low thingy. Let's move into north Queensland. I already talked about Mackay. I didn't quite talk about anything else there. So let's start things off here. So today we'll see those light showers and light storms here and there occur, mainly inland near Croydon, but they're not going to be severe. It's just going to be some stock standard light thunderstorms. It does look like we're going to see a bit of a rain event or a storm outbreak near Bowen, town outside east of Townsville. You can see a whole bunch of rain expected in the early morning of Tuesday, but it looks like it'll just weaken and dissipate before it looks like a gnarly outbreak of thunderstorms into the North Peninsula coast and also inland over here near Gregory, north of Mount Isa. Looks like we might see some severe cells go severe warned for heavy, locally intense rainfall. It's a possibility. It's not exactly high chance, but it is a possibility. Looks like Wednesday night we're going to see another big rain blob develop near Townsville. Look at that, exact same thing what we're expecting for Tuesday. And then looking into later on that day, you can just see that rain will continue throughout the Townsville area. You can see just very heavy rain expected. It's mainly going to be showers lashing on the coast, but sometimes storms here and there. And then looks like Thursday night, 12 a.m. Croydon. Looks like cells of storms. Looks like maybe severe thunderstorms as well develop, and might be some heavy rain. Stuff over there inland. You can see towards the coast, Karumba, inland Charters Towers. You can see just a whole bunch of rain expected. It's going to be very wet week in some of these areas. Looks like Thursday in the evening we'll see a bit of a thunderstorm outbreak, bit of a rain outbreak. Just going to be super wet throughout this whole week. Basically, there's going to be a lot of rain, mainly from a low pressure system. We'll see spin up somewhere here later on to the week, and can see it's just going to continue driving this rain in this little cell area we were talking about the severe rainfall we're expecting there. It's just going to be from those coastal showers and storms we're expecting. You can see it looks like Saturday, another big outbreak of thunderstorms, very heavy rain, especially outside of Townsville, Cairns, Ravenshoe, Cardwell, Charters Towers, south of Georgetown. Basically this whole coastal sort of area. You can just see how much rain. There'll be plenty of rain from these storms and rain. And then after Monday and Sunday it gets a little bit unreliable, but looks like it's just going to be clearing up. There will be odd showers and storms here and there, but it won't be as bad and not as severe as what we're seeing right now. So that would make sense if everything would clear up, because the tropical low would go to the east. And if we look at rain accumulations, they're going to explode in some areas ballistically, especially in the Bowen area. I can guarantee to you at least 300 millimeters, but in some areas towards the north, up to 250 millimeters are well and truly possible. Some areas along the coast, especially the peninsula coast. Let's start up here near Thursday Island sort of area. Thursday Island expecting at least 150 millimeters. This is going to be from the continuous rain bands and storms we'll see continuing here. But there's nothing to talk about. You'll just see every day like isolated thunderstorms develop here with rain, and stuff. So nothing too crazy. The peninsula area itself about not the far top, but this greenish sort of area, at least 20 to 100 millimeters are possible inland, mainly from thunderstorms we'll see throughout the week. But yeah, you can see that big rain blob there developing on Bowen area, up to 300 millimeters, so very heavy, and does have a chance of flooding. And just the whole coast from Cardwell all the way down to Ogmore, basically at least 100 millimeters, if not like 300 millimeters are well and truly possible. So very heavy rain from those continuous thunderstorms and rain bands coming in. So quite wet, but further inland, nothing, absolutely dry. But you do have a chance of some light, moderate showers or light storms here and there. Anyway, let's move into what is it? Northern Territory and North WA. I'm starting to get a bit more interested in here because I think there is some weather we would like to talk about, but it's mainly just tropical stuff that is very, very normal. I'll try to get this all in the shot. So it looks like today, nothing exciting really. The southwest corner of the Northern Territory looks like we might see a few storms and showers here and there. Looks like central WA will see a few thunderstorms fire up tomorrow morning around the Fitzroy Crossing, Marble Bar sort of area. But not long after, they will dissipate and break up before it looks like we see another outbreak of thunderstorms in the Balgo sort of Marble Bar, South Carafa area. Looks like we'll see storms. Also north towards the Jabiru, east of Darwin, we'll probably see a few storms here and there far up. Mainly going to be in WA. Looks like we might see another big outbreak of thunderstorms, potentially severe with heavy rainfall and damaging wind gusts. And then looking to Wednesday, looks like we have another outbreak of thunderstorms, potentially severe. Once again, this island right here gets so many storms all the time, every single day. It looks like east of Darwin near Waruri, Jabiru. It looks like we'll see a few cells that will go severe, definitely, because we can just see how much rain is expected. Looks like we're going to see a powerful outbreak of thunderstorms. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a score line. I can kind of tell in this forecast model. Looks like in the evening we'll see a bit of a score line develop just to the east of Darwin. Darwin's expected to get some really healthy rain, and there'll be some very heavy rain accumulations indeed. On the map, as you can see, Thursday morning, you can see just humongous amounts of rain expected along the coast, all the way from these islands here down towards Daly River. Also, this rain band extending south west, getting close to Broome. It's not going to impact Broome though, but you can see just looks like a giant outbreak of storms and rain. It looks like a big score line's expected to develop. And yeah, this is only like 3 days away, so I would be thinking about this if you love storms, if you're a storm lover. Anyway, it looks like we're going to see another outbreak of powerful storms on Friday. You can see just so many storms developing. Like, rarely do they go severe, but I think they will this time. A second outbreak of thunderstorms looks like a very powerful one before it moves offshore into Saturday. It looks like we're going to see more storms. If you're a storm chaser, I think this might be a good day actually to get some good shots of updrafts, maybe even supercells, because to me it looks like there will be a lot of severe thunderstorms developing. And I don't know about this, but do any of you know if there are even detailed severe thunderstorm warnings, where it shows the red and it shows where the storms are heading on the Bureau of Meteorology page? Because I'm not sure if it has it on Darwin, but I think it should, because it's a capital city of the Northern Territory, and they should see where the big storms are heading. Anyway, back off track. On Monday, looks like we're going to see more storms far up. Wednesday, looks like some patchy showers here and there. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you can see just storms continuing throughout the north. Just a whole stack of rain expected. Really, it's going to fill up some of those rivers. I can guarantee to you there will be some minor flooding in some areas, minor flood alerts. But majority of that rain won't fall too quickly, but definitely the East Darwin area, you can just see millimeters all the way up to 300 millimeters. That's all from thunderstorms we're expecting in the next few days, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to be from those severe thunderstorms we'll see with heavy, locally intense rain, and also the chance of some damaging wind gusts. You can just see this whole area basically rain exploding in amounts. And it looks like this peninsula coast area also going to get at least 100 to 300 millimeters. If we break that down just to Wednesday and Thursday, if we take a look on those days we're expecting the storm, see that on Wednesday and Thursday. In fact, I'm pretty sure Tuesday actually is also the day. Just a 4-day forecast: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You can just see how much rain, up to 215 millimeters outside of the Jabiru sort of area east of Darwin. That's going to be from the thunderstorms we'll see those few days. So it looks like we're going to see a very wet week. It's going to be very stormy, very wet, and possibly even flooding. But as we head further south, you can see nothing at all in the way of storms or rain. You can just see the whole, basically, south of Australia, just completely boring stuff. But I'd like to talk about what looks like we might see a bit of a thunderstorm outbreak in Victoria, New South Wales. I think this might be something we want to talk about. I'll talk about northeast New South Wales soon. Let's just talk about Victoria right now for now. We have a bit of a cold front moving through right now. We're going to see a bit of a thunderstorm outbreak in eastern Melbourne suburbs, near Mansfield, Barnsdale. There is a slight chance of them going severe for damaging winds and heavy rainfall. Not very likely though. Later on to the night, there's nothing at all. So this is the only thing I was going to talk about these thunderstorms tonight, but there's nothing really coming. But northeast New South Wales, there is a bit of interest. So look, today we're going to see a bit of a thunderstorm outbreak. As you can see, just towards the north of Lismore, looks like. Not today. Tomorrow, you can just see thunderstorms in the Inverell, Lismore sort of area. You can see thunderstorms are continuing throughout the area. Not going to be severe, but maybe. It looks like we're going to see a bunch of rain and showers streaming ashore on Wednesday, and looks like we might see a bit of thunderstorm outbreak near Goodwindy on Wednesday. But after that, really, it's completely nuts. There's nothing coming. A few showers here and there, and near Coffs Harbour sort of area is possible, but there's nothing really at all. Basically, the whole week it's totally clear, except for Monday we might get a bit of interest on Sunday, late next week or whatever it is. A few thunderstorm outbreaks looks like possible, but this is very unreliable. It's literally 14 days into the future, so nothing to really talk about, nothing to think about. Anyway, let's get into cyclone stuff. Let's talk about the temperatures. It's not really useful for me talking about it, but every day you can just see scorching hot temperatures inland the Birdsville, Broken Hill sort of Mildura area. You can just see this pink is where there's temperatures all the way up to 45 degrees. You can see every day this is going to be the exact same pattern every single day. Heat will build over WA soon. Every day is the exact same story, so I don't think there's any use of me actually going through this. It will just be super hot throughout the week. It's Thursday, another scorching hot day expected in some northern parts. Friday, another very hot day. Saturday, Sunday, every single day it's just going to be super hot. There's no point of me talking about it really. Before I go anywhere into Australia, let's talk about severe tropical cyclone Cheetah. Is it Cheetah? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's severe tropical cyclone Cheetah. Well, yesterday when in the morning it was a powerful Category 4 system. Last night it was still Category 3. Right now it's about 7 a.m. in the morning. If you don't ask me why I'm so early. But yeah, looks like it's still at least a Category 1 tropical cyclone. Cheetah is still Category 1. Looks like it's gonna continue weakening, as you can see. If you do live in these areas here, there's nothing to really worry about. You will get some gusty wind gusts, but tomorrow it's just gonna weaken away. You can't even see where it's spinning. There's nothing left of it. It'll just completely demolish apart. But there is a little bit of interest expected for Queensland sort of area. So if you just take a look, you can see today we've got this weak system spinning up. It does have a bit of gusty wind gusts along the coast, but it's nothing severe at all, nothing to worry about. It's the Gulf of Carpentaria area we want to be watching for the next few days. Looks like Thursday we might see something start to spin here. The Bureau of Meteorology was giving a tropical low a 15% chance of becoming a cyclone. I don't understand how that's possible when it has not even developed. Anyway, who cares? It looks like it's going to spin somewhere over here. Looks like an extremely weak system. Looks like a very cheap one as well. I don't know how the Bureau of Meteorology is giving it a high chance, but I think it's because you can see it's a very flat looking system. You can see it's spinning just to the east of Bundaberg, so it's going to be very low. The sea temperatures are quite low indeed in that area. they're not really as high. You can see 26, so it's not very good for tropical cyclones, but it's still not the worst. Look, they can spin up in that temperature, but it's really not very good conditions. So the system is not going to be able to really spin itself up there. But it does look like it might have at time to time some gusty wind gusts, gales. You can see 80 kilometers an hour on the southern flank. Look, I think it's spinning over here. It might have some gusty gale force winds, but it looks like it will be moving away to the east, and nothing will really hit us at all. So nothing exciting. No tropical cyclones expected to develop. Nothing in the way of spinning. We were thinking of a tropical low that may develop near WA coastline, but I don't think that's going to happen. If it will happen, it will happen somewhere over here, and I'll talk about that in the future forecast because it's still far away into the future. But it looks like we might see another tropical low develop in the Coral Sea late next week, next week on Monday. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching so much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, again, please consider subscribing. All support helps. I really appreciate you doing so in advance. Leave a comment if you got stuck with anything or anything that occurred. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next forecast video or any other video that I do on my channel. But yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.